Yeah. On the daily. It's what I do. Get in tune. Salutations. Fair game with TJ Ormram. Speaking on ring culture, I love the debate, which gives the opportunity for great superstars in their day. Chris Webber, Tracy McGrady, Gilbert Arenas, and Jay Will, who did his thing in college, but we all know what happened if we were in that time. The motorcycle accident, the overall conversation that got birthed from this entirety. T-Mac made a statement of if he was with the Lakers swapping Kobe Bryant out, there's no way he couldn't win a championship, right? Paraphrasing, that was the overall point. Prime Tracy McGrady, Orlando version, playing with Shaquille O'Neal with Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I have a clip of Gil's arena where it got pretty heated, where Gil, Ron Artest, and Kenyon Martin is on one side, then Nick Young and Brandon Jennings were on their particular side. I will give my thoughts after this clip.
Question for your couch. Do you agree with T-Mac saying he would have won a ring if he played with the Prime Shaq?
Shit, I would have too.
Shit, I would love to. Hey, I would love to have replaced Derek Fisher. Okay. Shit, I'll sit in this corner, boss man.
Win a ring as the number two option.
Oh no, I don't know what you talking about. We all was number two options.
Okay, no, that's what
Yeah.
Like the whole league, that's what makes it stupid to argue. The whole league was number two options. If Duncan would have went there, number two. If Dirk was there, number two. If KG was there, everybody was number two.
You see his stats?
Number two.
Stats?
He didn't get out the first round.
If Duncan won a ring in 2000.
Two. Or number two. Everybody was the number two option.
I got about the Shaq?
Yes. Right. Everybody. He was the only player that when we're talking about guarding him, you're putting 3 to 4 people. Yeah. Like it was, if you didn't dig down on the first dribble, the person that's guarding him was pissed off. Like, come on, dog. This is what come on. You know the game plan. His first dribble, hard dig.
Would he be available?
Who?
Tracy McGrady. He was injury prone, so would he be available?
Not early, not that point in his career.
We're talking about 2000, 2001, 2002.
Yeah. So you saying
he averaged 32.
You saying what year?
The Orlando. He's talking about the Orlando.
Orlando T-Mac was early in his career. That T-Mac was crazy.
I don't know.
Right there,
I don't think the work ethic
The Orlando
T-Mac.
He's saying if he took the Orlando T-Mac that averaged 32 in that, and you replace him and put him with Kobe, he's the same person.
Yeah, it was a point in time where T-Mac.
He's talking about that. He's talking about that time.
It was a point in time where T-Mac was like, we were saying it. It was like a point in time where everybody was like, oh, who's better? It was a point in time like for 2 or 3 years. That was the conversation. Then Kobe.
Everybody thought I was stupid.
Never got out the first round.
He's not. Dog, what are y'all?
We get the Orlando 32. We get that. You're not doing 32 and half.
He's not saying he's saying you're wrong. Are y'all two stupid niggas? But he's saying if you take me and put me in there, I can average 22 and win the championship. That's what he's saying.
I don't know.
Kobe was averaging 30. Like Kobe was averaging 28, 20.
Yeah, 28.
The first year he averaged 22. But what he's saying, if you just put me in there and I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm the second option and I'm playing my role, shit, we can win a championship. What makes me not win a championship?
Well, Shaq
he's not saying he's gonna be there and do that. He's just saying you put me there. Everybody say the same shit. Well, if you sub me with motherfucking Derek Fisher, nigga, I can win a championship with that.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we do.
We don't know chemistry. We don't know that. We don't know that.
Y'all just argue. The nigga got what he said had to work.
Niggas with
You just want to put people next to the
Since y'all wasn't in the league, were you in the league then? Do you think the Orlando, the nigga that won the scoring time, if you replaced him with Kobe, does he have a chance to win a championship?
I mean, under that scenario, probably.
Okay. Kenyon?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. The people that's
Can
there.
you also set yourself in that same position?
It is one.
You nigga was 12. Damn.
I'm saying,
Work,
and
work
that,
ain't like, your work ethic ain't like Kobe.
but you know, Shaq chose.
That shit to do with it.
He chose to go to the Lakers.
Has a lot to
So he
do.
chose
He
Kobe.
averaged 20 on that team.
Yes, it does.
28
Damn,
and
nigga.
Yeah, it is when you got a motherfucker averaging 35 in the finals. It's more than enough.
38 one year too.
More than enough.
Kobe,
in the finals.
you don't ever put Kobe and T-Mac in the same
They
conversation.
did.
They
Well,
did.
don't. Well, don't.
Only for a couple years.
Hold on.
They-
I said it. Hold
It was
on.
only like it was like 2 years.
Hold on.
God damn it, it's
Hey,
fuck-
hey,
Get the fuck out of here.
We don't want.
Fuck out of here.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Fuck about
Hey,
y'all.
Okay, this is where we need to be.
Oh, this
You
that
guys
show I was
wasn't
watching on
there. How about this? Let's try this again. You guys wasn't there, so
You was
hold
there.
on.
Right, y'all was
So
there
hold
being a
on.
fan.
So hold on.
Being a fan of who?
Hold on.
Them niggas.
You wasn't there.
Them
You wasn't
niggas.
there.
Kobe and
hey,
Shaq, being a
I
fan.
said it. I said it.
Man.
Y'all said I was stupid. Can
was
you
being a
say
fan?
it exactly again? Who?
Everybody was there.
No, you said, hold on, so you said everybody,
Everybody
right?
was there in the
You got me,
2000s.
hey,
It
so
was
first and foremost, you got me
It was
fucked
only
up.
3 people in y'all era.
So hold
You got
on.
me fucked
You
up.
wasn't
I gotta
there.
take it
You was in
first
middle.
and foremost.
You was in middle school.
I got
You was in middle
fucked up.
school. You was in high school for the 12th time. So we don't want to hear metal.
That's not true. That's not true.
Just
Hold
because
on.
they
Hold
won,
on.
don't mean
Hold on.
you
Metal.
everybody
Fuck,
winning.
y'all
Hold
fucked up.
on. Metal.
This is, bro. This
Only
is loser
fans.
talk. This is loser
Metal.
talk.
Can you tell me?
This is loser talk.
Can you tell me exactly when Kobe had 3 rings and T-Mac was doing what T-Mac was doing? What were we saying again?
In that era, and it was about 3 years where everybody was saying they didn't know who was better.
3
It was
rings.
just- it was
They
just- it
didn't
was
know
just-
who was better.
It was just in that
They know
point
who-
in
They
time.
act like I was not there and I was not in the locker room and we was having these discussions and one was 3 rings.
Hey, the
This
thing
is
is that-
Jesus,
somebody was
right?
scoring
They
points,
act
and
like
that's
I
why
made it up
you make
myself.
big
You act like you came up
They act like I made this shit up my fucking self.
For the interest of fairness, Kobe versus Tracy McGrady was a real thing. I was in college at the time. I was very well aware the impact of those conversations. What isn't expressed enough with Tracy McGrady's career, not to down his teammates, but his starting center was Andrew DeClerc, bold outlaw, along with Daryl Armstrong being his starting point guard, compared to the roster Kobe had playing with prime Shaq and all overall playing with the Los Angeles Lakers. What city would you rather play in? Who has the richer history of winning championships? When all of these discussions come into play, it's about where you drafted to first and foremost. Then when you're a free agent, what decision are you going to make depending on what team you're going to sign to? What hurt Tracy McGrady was we all heard the big 3 that was supposed to happen with Grant Hill. He did not ever recover from the ankle injury, was never the same player. Coupled with Tim Duncan, Doc Rivers didn't do his job as the head coach during that time period, not allowing Tim Duncan's family to be on team flights. So that got destroyed right there, where if we are talking about a salary cap, a smaller market, Grant Hill's contract hindered the Orlando Magic from improving. Compared to Kobe, this is the Los Angeles Lakers. That's where people, all-stars, maybe former superstars on the back end of their careers are willing to take pay cuts, taking the emotions out of it. I have did some research regarding this topic in 2002 through 2003 NBA season. Tracy McGrady and Kobe Bryant had very similar statistical output, with McGrady averaging 32.1 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists in 75 games, while Bryant averaged 30 points, 6.9 rebounds. That's impressive for a two guard, no cap, along with 5.9 assists in 82 games. McGrady edged Bryant in points per game, while Bryant had a slight edge in rebounds and assists. Both players were all-star during that season. T-Mac also won the scoring title. Now, putting my opinion, tying it all together, I would say Tracy McGrady, T-Mac did wow me more with his individual outputs, displays of, you just had to be there when he was taking pull-up threes in transition, when he was putting people in posters, his handle package. They had a similar move set with the fadeaways from the baseline, how they got about getting their team involved in scoring. But T-Mac had a little extra, what's the best way to put it? The game came to him more effortlessly. His game was smoother. Granted, Kobe had the better work ethic. He had to do whatever to sustain that level. He wasn't blessed with the most athleticism or whatnot. The comparison I like is comparing them to cars. Kobe did not have that Bugatti engine. Tracy McGrady was like a Ferrari out there. So overall, I appreciate this conversation. It's different from the GOAT debate. That can get tiring, but all of the players that played back in the day and they're in the Hall of Fame, retired, we today tend to forget, overlook players that was really raw, like Charles Barkley, like a Steve Nash, like any other hooper, like Vince Carter, and different players that had that explosive aspect to the game of basketball, but for one reason or another came up short winning a championship. I mean, that happens. Only one team can win per season.
Oh,